Okay, now we're going to go through some of the herbs that are specifically targeted to tonifying lung qi and building the spirit of the lung. The first one is Cordyceps, Dong Shong Sha Sao is the Chinese name for it. Now, you're going to see, as we go through these herbs that are specific to the lung energy, you're going to see that the properties and the organ meridians that these herbs go into are going to be almost identical. And this is always, for herbalists, it's a tip-off of what the function of that herb is and why it's in a formula. Okay, so the properties of Cordyceps, sweet and warm. Now, sweet is actually the taste of the digestive system, the spleen. The spleen loves sweet. Okay, and the connection with that is the lung and the spleen energy together, getting that zong qi. So that's what the connection to the sweet and the warm is. And then you have the obvious lung-kidney connection that we were just talking about. So this herb strengthens both of those meridians and both of those organ systems. All right, so tonifies lung energy and augments lung yin. So the lung has to be moist. That's really important. So for anyone who lives in Southern California, where we have a relatively dry climate, this would be a great herb to supplement and keep the lungs moist, especially with pollution, the air that we have to breathe here. It's really important that the lungs have a sufficient amount of moisture, and what that will do is it will actually keep the cilia, the lining of, you know, the little hairs that are in the lungs that actually move the impurities out. That moistness will keep those cilia from becoming stuck so that that doesn't happen. It keeps that impure stuff moving out. Okay. Fortifies defensive energy, and basically any herb that fortifies lung energy is going to be an immune system tonic because of its connection to what we call the Wei Qi, that Wei Qi that circulates on the exterior of the body. Right. And a great athletic tonic again. Okay. Astragalus. Huang Qi, again, sweet, slightly warm, lung and spleen again. Okay. Tonifies both of those organs. It's also a qi and blood tonic. Now, that's the connection between the lung energy, again, and the spleen creates blood. All right, that's where it starts. All right, the other thing about astragalus, it has a very, very strong upright energy. It actually pulls the organ systems away from gravity. So any kind of prolapse that's going on, any kind of falling that's happening in the body, astragalus will literally raise that energy again. This is an herb that's very often put into formulas for people who have hemorrhoids, people who have hernias, anything where, you know, the body is just not holding its organs in place. This is an herb that's put in there, and it has a very strong reaction to that. Okay, and again, tonifies the Wei Qi of the body. Now, okay, Codonopsis. Dang Shen, again, sweet and neutral, lung and spleen. Now, the thing about Codonopsis, now this is an herb that is a cousin of ginseng. So its actions are going to be very, very close to the actions of ginseng in the body, but it has a much cooler energy to it. So people who are sensitive to hot or they have a very yang constitution, do really well with Codonopsis because of its cool energy. But it does basically the same thing that ginseng will do. Again, tonifies the lungs, a qi and blood tonic, digestive. It's also a beauty tonic because obviously the blood is the substance that nourishes all of the tissues of the body, and certainly the skin, and keeping the skin moist and pliable, and keeping the moisture there again. All right, then we get to ginseng, which is renshen, sweet, slightly bitter, slightly warm, and again, the lung and the spleen. Now, a lot of people think that ginseng is only a qi tonic, but it's also an incredible digestive tonic. For people who are having any kind of problem with dampness in the digestive system. And when we were talking about the raw food diet tends to be energetically very cool because it doesn't have any heat added to it. So it's very easy for if the digestive system is not kept warm, and the digestive system does like heat, there's what they call the Ming-Men fire, which is from the kidneys, again, the kidney yang energy, and this is the energy that actually heats the digestive system. All right. So if, with a raw food diet, if you do an excess amount of the yin energy, which is in raw food, you have to make sure that you're compensating for the fact that you're going to lower that temperature a little bit. Okay?